this is the requirement of my client. Let's build the workflow with n8n. So these are the requirement. Let's fulfill the requirement and meet the client criteria and build the workflow. So I can use napkin to generate visual of the workflow. Here you can see. So the requirement are Stripe payment goes through, share, create or record in Airtable or Notion, email the customer with detail and link to a Paperform. So I make this workflow. Then we can customer fill out the form with personal and company detail. At the end of the form, their link to book a season VI client means when customer fill the form, we can send a Calendly link or in the form or with Gmail also. And we also research the company and person detail using the form data and research a consultation guide and created, and that I can send with Gmail. After a Zoom consulted, download the created transcript. So this is the next part. Now let's generate the visual of this. Simply copy and generate a visual. Here we can see napkin is great for this. Let's generate from the transcript, extract the customer question and customer fill out the form. It then search customer and consultation guide created. Send an email to the customer with the summary of the call and proceed next step to review the email first. Once approved, possibly via Slack message if sent. Okay, let's generate also this into visual. Now time to build the workflow. Here you can see download a video, create transcript, extract question, draft summary, write summary, evaluate the call. I think I like previous one. I undo the process and go back and create the summary. I think it can't generate or anything like. Let's create again. Let's go to the n8n and build the client requirement. So here I can simply choose the Stripe trigger. Please, if you have any query or any question to set up Stripe, please visit out this form, and this guide do everything. I can directly show you with my account. Here you can see the Stripe trigger node, or we can also go to the Stripe API. Here is the guide to set up credential of a Stripe API key, and this will be our Stripe. Here you can read full guide how to create a credential on Stripe. You can see it. Stripe trigger, Stripe, and this will be a Stripe API document. Here you can see also find everything, and this is the guide how to generate API key. simply visit this open and in the standard key and create a secret key and key name like generate it integration and create and copy and paste it in n8n. This is the process, and this is the document of Stripe. How to get that? Here we can see the document of Stripe API. You can find many detail in this link. Let's continue the process. Now I go back to my account. I think this is, here you can see the authentic. This is the API and the BCR will be this. If you need any of this, I simply pick the and go to the n8n, and this will have a CRL and paste it using HTTP module and do your work. Now I can show you my Stripe triggered little bit document. I think I already connected. Now go back. Next, let's see what is the next step. Let's remove this. So the next will be our create a record in CRM. We can also use Google's. We can also use a Google Sheet for this, or any CRM like monday.com, Tally. So we can also use Airtable Monday. So I can show you with Airtable. I already have account on Airtable. Just guide with you Airtable. Simply click on create a record. Now select, I think I need to connect, create a new credential. I can guide you everything how to log in with the Airtable. Here you can see this is the guide. Now go to the personal page token. I have create many of these. Simply copy this part. Make sure already created a CRM or workspace in the Airtable. For this, I can guide you. So let's create first CRM and then continue the next part. Now time to create a CRM in the n8n. Then continue to the next step. The website is too lazy. Nothing will open. Here you can say this will open. And you can also create a workspace for this, or you can create on this workspace or file. So let's do everything from beginning to end. I simply create on workspace. Now I write in rename with CRM. I need to rename workspace. Simply type CRM and enter and create a workspace. So I create with start from scratch, and the name on database will be our CRM, enter, and the table will be our record. I don't type any CRM. I type Stripe CRM record. I simply type Stripe CRM record. Now I can copy the name of the person. This will, let's see what type of data. I think I haven't any information on my Stripe account, so let's generate our dummy data. You can see it can generate a dummy data. Let's see. So it can generate our dummy data. Let's run this. So data will be edited in CRM. Simply fill the CRM name. I can get a little bit of this edit field, and this will be our email. Save it. Make sure it will be on long text. This will be our country. And the user will be our long text. I think long text. Here you can see, simply pick this and save it. And this will have our payment. Payments. And this will have our long text. And this will have everything. You can choose any document, any email, if there are all options available. I simply type email if this is available. Yes, if this is available, simply change that in email. So I write other OTH, yes, other. I can simply type long text, long and text. Simply save it. This will be our simple document CRM that I built in Airtable. Now create a new token. This will be our n8n Stripe test. I simply need to add a scope. The scope will be write, read, and base.read, schema.base.read. So I can find it here. Please make sure you add everything. Now time to choose a database. I choose my Stripe CRM. I think I write a spelling wrong of this. Simply copy this, go back to n8n, and create a new credential, paste it, save it, cross it, format base, Stripe CRM, and the table will be records. So we need to match it everything. I simply drag first name into here, and code will be our country. My Stripe account I have nothing, so it can't give output anything. I simply generate a random output from this trigger, and paste it into Airtable to show you if this generated any trigger, then it can automatically fill in the Airtable. Then our next step will be this one. Let's see. Email customer with detail. An email is sent to the customer with transactional detail. So let's go and build it. Let's also Gmail or SMTP to send, and simply click on send a message, and we need to create a credential of Gmail. Simply send it. Pick any of this email account and continue the process. You can see if there is a expiry date of every 6 months, and continue the process. Here we can see that my Gmail account is successfully connected. Now type of executive previous note. I think it gave a error in Airtable. I think I did it wrong API, something like that. Let's see the base. n8n Stripe test. Simply copy this, go back, simply paste it, search it. Everything data.record that right. Everything is okay. I think the workflow is from a trigger. So I simply push the random thing on this. So please, I can tell you, you can drag it from here to here. So let I write random thing. Name will be Sembo, and the woman will be Forty. Sembo@gmail.com, and the payment country will be anything like that. HP. I don't know if there is a continue, and payment plan will be 230, and other will be, let's forget about this. You can see I get the successful update, and it can automatically update in our CRM. I can show you. I think this is the CRM. You can see everything is added. Sembo 40 cm country HP, and the payment plan will be 230. It drag to add here. We need to fix it. Sometime it got us error. So let's continue to the next step. The next step will be our to send our email. So and the email will be to this one, and what type of email that I can send. Email customer to send to the customer with transactional detail. You can use ChatGPT to write the email, or you can write yourself. I type test transaction email. Test mail. You make sure you use a ChatGPT to write a good email or anything like the model. I simply type test TRANS email, and you can give your payment use success, and simply drag it, and this will be our email. This is domain, don't use to send it to your client. We can also generate a Calendly link, simply search Calendly, or we can send a custom booking link. Let's just skip this. We can customer with detail, we can also so you can do this process and provide link to form, or link to a Paperform is included in the email. So Paperform we use ChatGPT to also write it, and I can forget, you can also add this one, or a Stripe from trigger, or anything like that. That we also use a n8n form for this. On new form on n8n, simply pick this and create a dummy form like name, and this will be our the dictionary and a format of element. The form name will be a Stripe, for anything like payment, like name, and look at this thing, and the element form, and this will have a Gmail, email, and the placeholder will be this one. Let's convert into Gmail. So email, here can you find it, email. I can also execute a step for dummy data. Now our form is open, simply type, we make sure we write our correct Gmail. It can ask if we select so let's escape this part, back to canvas. You can also add in this record into CRM. I think this happened, bro. And we can also set up this trigger. This will have a name, simply paste on the record form, drag it here. If it got from anyone, it can do the process. This will have our email. Now the email will be to one. Let's execute a step and see what happened. It can successfully use it, and it can edit to Gmail. I think here you can see this work, and this will be to Gmail. If I remove, I simply paste here data and here data, it works greatly. And simply save it. If you don't save it, it can forget everything. This is the problem that n8n haven't any autosave feature. Now we can use ChatGPT to generate a paper form. Provide link to form or link to a paper form included in the Gmail. So paper form we can generate with also this one on form submission, like or we can create our own form, like open using form builder to submit it. We can also use ChatGPT to send a form to generate a temporary form. So let's get to the on form submission, paper form submission. Simply I can Ctrl+D to duplicate. You can see it can duplicate it, this part. I think I need to make it small. Let's select it and drag it. Okay, now on the form submission, I write this dummy form. Then we can use our ChatGPT or Perplexity to research it. So n8n have not directly connected with Perplexity. We use HTTP module or OpenAI. I already made one video my channel, you can also see to watch. Go to AI agent and AI agent and choose this, and let's choose the model called OpenAI. Make sure you have created your credential on OpenAI. Make sure you create your account and get an API key. Then use module called Perplexity and just any of this. Then we need to write a prompt. Click on the define below, and the prompt will be this one. We can also send a paper form already created in Google Docs or anything like Panda Docs and send it to, if we create one time like PDF and send it to our client in our Gmail. We can also do that. Now I can move to the next step, customer fill out form. So I choose this fill out form created with n8n, you can see. And then our work is agent research customer. So then we use AI agent to do this. So we need to write a prompt. So prompt will be anything like use ChatGPT to generate a prompt. Do a customer research for this my ICP. So you can write anything like find let's execute previous node and get some data and guide you something little bit. Make sure you create a good form using, like you can also use n8n form, or I forget the form name. Then tell charge purposely to research, find or research my ICP added client profile. This will be name and the company name. Now we need to write component name will be like anything, or you can write LinkedIn profile URL. Based on data, we tell GPT to research. Now move to the next part. So our next part will be consultated guide created, or guide is prepared based on the collected data. On the form submission, let's create a consultated guide. So we can create a guide and send to our client. So use Gmail module to send it, or anything like you simply use Gmail to send a paper. Simply duplicate it, go again and connect this to this one, and guide. Let's open this model and go to this model and set up it. I already saw how can you set up. Now let's do the next step. This is the good transcript that it can generate. So you use ChatGPT also do this, or get a transcript like read, Zoom read. So create a transcript. So we need to download Zoom video API. If you don't do that, there are many app code that can already provide us Zoom meeting record with summary, like I forget the name of called read anything, like Zoom read something. Here you can see this will be the name. This can provide us meeting. We can also use this, simply integrate this in our platform. Read AI. This is the great that I found. Or we can also set up with get up with the API and create a token and continue to again and again. Here you can see it can automatically generate summary, and also use ChatGPT to summarize it and send to our client. This is the great app. GTI, see the pricing and API feature. In this have a API integration. Yes, it have an integration feature, and we can also use to get a summary. So let's search API. If there is an API for this, I simply type API. I think it have only integration. We can also use it with, here can see it can integration with Gmail. We can also send with our client, or if you don't want to do this, the pricing also cheap. I am not affiliate of this. I already told you. This is the demo purpose 10 meeting, and this is the good. It can only cost $15 a month. That was enough. So what is this? So to build this workflow, we need an API that can download a Zoom video with link, and then we can create a transcript with ChatGPT or ChatGPT edit transcript, and again use ChatGPT to extract question. Then we need to create a draft email and then we also use that ChatGPT prompt to write a summary and assess. Then we do everything and send to our draft and upload the email and send to client. This thing that can do with read AI, you can also use that. I am not getting anything for read AI. Next, we already build with this. Let's have some basic detail. How can I do? So for this process, I think I save my meeting with Google Docs. Get a document, select a credential and create a new credential, set up with we need a client ID and client secret. I already made a video how to connect with the Google Drive, and this is the same process with Google Drive. If you do comment on my video, I can guide you. Then we use AI agent. This will have a next step, not this one. And this will have a next step. Then we also use AI agent like to summarize the meeting. I use ChatGPT for summarize. And write a prompt here. So we write a prompt on AI agent. Simply summarize this meeting and create email, and make sure you write a good prompt. Now simply copy this part, ctrl and connect to this one and set up it. Like everything is, we can also save it draft or change the subject mail like a summary of call meeting. Anything like, and write your mail and do the process. I think read is good. Now our thing is work done. Let's forget this and save it. Okay, bye. We can also use tool like Stripe API to recharge